Is Memories of WAPN. And it's been so much fun to hear why people listen to WAPN or why they became part of the WAPN family. So can y'all go around and introduce yourself, and then we'll talk a little.
Hi, my name's Presley.
And did you have a show here, Presley, with your dad?
This is how Rapture Radio started.
Yeah.
And who else do we have?
Soren.
And were you part of it also, or were you just the
with the
supervisor?
Yeah.
And you were
Yeah.
part? And supervisor.
Right. And I'm Keith, and these are my babies, although they're growing. But yeah, we're all part of WAPN. We had the seed here for, maybe close to a year.
I was thinking the same thing
close to
earlier
a
when I
year.
was thinking about it. I said, I think it was a year.
Yeah, it was Christian hip hop radio program. It started as the seed here. Thanks to you letting us in here, Shelly. We love you. We're so appreciative because that start, just the seed, just the start.
I love the name, the seed.
It's a great thing to be able to grow with, and we've grown into the raptureradio.net, which is Christian hip hop worldwide through the internet.
Why did you decide to come here? I mean, was it just like something one day you said,
yeah.
like
It was prophetic.
How does it work out? Like, how do you get to be on the radio station?
100% God, 100% God. I was out witnessing, I'm 27 years deep in the faith. So
I was going to say, you're 27 years old?
Yeah, in the faith, right? So I'm out on the streets at nighttime. That seems to be my shift, the night shift. And but he's right up in here with us, And so I'm out there and I'm witnessing, and I met this young man. He must have been 21 years old, and I had like a 6-hour witness to him, like a lifetime witness to him, and like really deeply got into his life, And then the next morning, I heard Pastor Jim Pelletier on the phone with Pastor Ann, and they're talking about some stuff just in the spirit, and it was everything they were saying was drawing me to call. And they were like, "Oh, we got a big day today. We're going to have some good calls." And
so they were live on the air?
They were live on the air for Prayer Line. Mm-hmm. But it was just how the Spirit moves, and it was drawing me to call. And so I called, and then they began to prophesy over me. Pastor Jim began to prophesy over me, a bunch of cool stuff. Pastor Ann's, said some cool stuff. But anyways, long story short, I'm like, oh, sweet, because I know God's with me. I know He's using me. I know, we're about our Father's business. Mm-hmm. And so... but I'm like, what was that? What did he say?
Right.
Because there was so much cool stuff inside of there.
Don't you just hate that when it's it's happening and you think you remember and then you don't?
Yeah.
And you have to get the CD or something?
Yeah, so I come back in to get the CD, and I talk to you, and I'm like, and I'm just meeting you, and you're like, yeah, I remember that day. And I was like, well, and then you gave me his number, and I was like, well, I know I just met you, but I think I might supposed to work here. And you're like, bloop, bloop, open up your drawer. You said, put me that little red pamphlet out there, red folder, and you said, well, fill this out, and we'll pray about it. We'll see, and come on back, and we'll see what we can do. Came back, we started the seed, and...
It was so cute when you started, because remember all the recordings you would do? You would record music in the other room and stuff, trying to figure it out.
It was all brand new. I had no clue what I was doing, and Presley and Soren would come on air, and I'd be like... They're like, what do we say? And whatever the Spirit's going to say. We don't rehearse anything. That way we can't mess up.
That's how I felt coming here.
Like, what are we going to say? Like, whatever.
But I always tell people always say, well, you do such good interviews. And I go, it's not me.
It's
all God.
Yeah.
Because I
Seriously.
said that was not my calling, was to do. I was behind the scenes, and my parents go ahead and die on me, and I get stuck,
Oh, goodness.
And that's exactly how I started. Because I was behind the scenes for like 27 years.
I remember you telling me that. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they both were gone, and I had to do it because of the legalness of having a radio station. There's so many legal things you have to do live on the air. And my first show was with Sue Kelly, and it was called Shelly Raw, and I was so raw.
Shelly Raw.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, do I write everything down? Do I have every question? Did I look stupid? Because you're trying to read it, trying to look on the air, trying to be, So then one day, I'll never forget this, God's like, why don't you just be you?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm not perfect. I'm not polished. I cry on the air, whatever. I laugh, whatever. He goes, no, I want you to be you.
That's what you told me. Because I was trying to be the radio guy. I was trying to be the radio guy, and you're like, just Keith, listen. Just be you. Just be yourself. Don't even try just seriously. And I was like, well, what if I mess up?
Nobody
Who cares?
Right,
Nobody's going to
nobody
know. Who
knows.
cares if you mess up? If you mess up, get back up.
Yeah.
Just keep walking. You're like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, just be you. You're going to be great. And it was that moment that was like, wow, I was
I can do
free.
this.
I was free just to be me, whatever the Spirit
that was
wants.
my dad's vision. My dad's vision when he started WAPN 40 years ago was, it's funny, it was like 47 years, but it takes like about 7 years to get on the air because you have to do all the stuff. But people kept on saying, well, what are you going to do? Because I come from rock and roll radio stations. When I was little, my dad was managers of rock and roll radio
I
stations.
remember that. Yeah.
Then all of a sudden we have a non-profit. Okay, so it's like, what the heck do you do? So my dad said, I want to be for all people in all denominations, because we never saw like color, we never saw denomination in my life. We were just for whoever, right? So people would say, Mr. Lunn, you're actually going to go on the air and let just anybody come on the air? He goes, well, if you believe in God.
Yeah. But what an opportunity, what a chance, and thank you for letting us come on, because what God has done since then is
So what has he
nothing
done
short of
since
amazing.
then?
Well, he spoke to me when I was here, and he said, unless a seed falls to the ground and dies, it won't produce a harvest. And I'm like, oh boy, so you're going to take the radio station off of me. And I knew it, and then I lost my vehicle, lost my job, didn't have money to come on air and to go through the whole process of everything you need to go through. And I was like, and then on top of that, we lost our home. We had eminent domain on us, 30 days to get out. They were building a highway.
That is
and
crazy.
we have 3 days to go. And I'm like, Father, what's going to go on? I'm down here in Daytona praying. I know, be sure to entertain strangers, because some in doing so have entertained angels not knowing it. God sent this gentleman to me, opened up the scriptures, spoke to me, and was like, yo, just calm down. I got you. Father was speaking to me through him. I got you. I got you. I went home, told the kids, it's okay. God's got us. Okay. We're going to be okay. And they're like, well, what are we going to do? And I said, I don't know, but
And don't
he's
you
got
just
us.
love that feeling? Because you have that complete peace.
Yeah, complete peace, but I don't know
you
what
don't
the
get
next
it.
move is. And then a couple days later, we got the door open. He opens doors that no man could close to Hollywood, California. Underneath the
From
sign.
Holy Hill,
From Holy Hill, to Hollywood. And we went there, but the cool thing was, before we knew we were going, God spoke to me and he was like, I want you to play my music 24/7 every single day. And I'm like, how? And I knew he was calling me into my own little radio program, right? And because in the Psalms he spoke that to me. And so we thought we were going to go to Ohio, the cheapest place in the planet to live, and make it and play our music in Ohio, right? We thought that's what we were going to do, but then he opened up the door to Hollywood. So we
you do
knew
it on
we
the
were
internet, right? You have an internet
on the
radio
internet,
station.
yeah.
Okay.
Rapture, RAPSURE radio.net. And that's our website, and you can listen live from there. But next thing you know, we're in Hollywood playing. But the thing I'm trying to get across is, he said, I want you to go play my music in your neighborhood. And I'm like, okay, so what neighborhood are we going to go to? I thought I was going to be in Ohio somewhere, because I got family there. And like, we're stuck. What are we going to do? Oh, man. Door opens up to Hollywood. Boom, right underneath the sign, Hollywood Boulevard, where the Walk of Fame, where the stars are. And so, boom. That's our neighborhood now. We're one block off of the neighborhood. So we went to the homeless camps, because when you go to a wedding banquet, you don't take the front seat, you take the back seat, and God will move you up. So we went to the homeless camps and we started playing. Next thing you know, we're moved up, invited to the Golden Stairs, where they have the Oscars every year, invited to play there.
So now how are you back here to Holly Hill?
Well, we got 700 hours played there, and then Father says, and it was like a mountaintop experience. And he's like, well, I'm going back down into the valley. You coming? And I said, no, I'm good right here. We want to stay here. He said, well, you could stay here, but you're going to have to pay for it yourself.
Right.
And I was like, he said, I'm going to the valley. You coming? Yeah, I'm coming. So we went. I knew it. We went back to the pit, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We call it the pit. It's hard to get out of there. We don't want to explain it. It's really tough living. And we got stuck there for 2 years. But in the midst of that 2 years, it was God's plan, because we would have never created the rapture. We got stuck, like living in a basement, but we created the rapture in the midst of it.
So
we
the
gave all of our
Rapture,
money.
That's the radio station, or the Rapture's going on the streets?
The rapture
It's both.
it's the radio station, raptureradio.net. It's called the Rapture. God's called us to bring the rapture, which is, So it's both. It's for the church. It's for a division, as in we're calling harvesters. Knock, knock, knock. The bridegroom cometh. Wake up. 5 wise, 5 foolish. We're calling harvesters. Pray to the Lord of the harvest for harvesters to come out onto the streets. You know what I mean? One going up with the Lord to meet him in the air on a cloud with the warrior.
Today we're talking WAPN.
You know what I mean? Yes. And so we're growing, and so that's what the rapture is. It is a calling of the church to come out into the streets and to let's reach the streets, the highways and the byways.
And that was my dad's motto: the highways and the byways.
Yes,
because you never know who's listening.
And the beautiful thing is, we're out there and we're playing our sound box, which is bumping the music. Sometimes high, sometimes low. You got to kind of feel the atmosphere, but that we're winning the crowds everywhere we go. We had Hollywood bumping, we had New York bumping, turning heads. Washington D.C. we had the Secret Service jumping and bumping on our music. Down here in Florida, we're winning the crowds. Every time we play, we're winning the crowds.
So you're back here in Florida and you're staying for a little bit?
Yeah, well, then we did the rapture, and then God's brought us back down here to Florida to stay here where we started. And we got to see you. We get to see, and you're on the rapture too, by the way.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah. You're in one of our commercials. We speak of WAPN, and we.
Well, that was the humble beginnings.
Yes, exactly. And so like he brought us down here, and we're playing in this area, and we're working down in New Smyrna down here. We all got jobs. Soren got us all jobs.
Oh, congrats! Yes. We'll hear about that when we get off the air.
Yes, and so we're here for a season, probably till winter, and then we're gonna head over out west again, probably out to California,
really
Hollywood
don't know
area.
what God's
Lord
tell
willing,
you to do, right?
Yeah, Lord willing, yeah, whatever He's gonna do. So. We didn't know we were coming here. Our plan was to go back to Hollywood, and He brought us down here.
Plan.
It is, and that's the thing. That's the thing. It's just we want to be there, right in the middle of it, because He's taking care of us. You know what I mean?
Always.
We're on a schoolie. We're traveling the country. We're playing the music. We're out there
in a cool
on the
white and blue
streets
bus.
in American flag bus.
My dad would just love it.
Yes, everybody loves it, and we're bumping our music, and it's really a cool thing. And we're out here living the best life. We're blessed. God continues to take care of us and meet our needs, and that's really
when
all.
we surrender to Him. Because I know, like, even with me in this 40-year thing, I had a plan of how I was going to handle the 40 years. It did not work. Just let me tell you, it was like nothing was working. And then God said, "Well, when you're ready for my plan, And I said, "Well, what is your plan?" He says, "I want you to let whosoever listens to WAPN, has been part of WAPN, come in and share what seed WAPN put in their life."
And this is why we're here, because we started as a seed. You know what I mean? And we've grown, and we're still growing, and we're so thankful to WAPN.
I think of you all the time because, I deleted all the music on accident back a couple of years ago. I don't know if you knew that. But one day I was changing music and I hit the wrong button and all 8,000 songs were gone.
Oh my!
And I tried to hit to redo, and it wouldn't refresh or nothing, right? And I'm sitting there about ready to just break down, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And God says, "Well, you have 3 minutes. There's a song playing it, and you have 3 minutes." I thought, well, what am I going to do in 3 minutes? All these buttons aren't working. Pull a song over. And I thought, pull a song over. So I pulled a song over, that I could think off the top of my head, because you can't think at that moment. And then he goes, "Okay, now you have 8 minutes." And I thought, all righty now. And he goes,
"Hey, that's how I started."
Right. And he goes, totally. And he goes, "I want you to now put live worship from like the last few years, newer live worship, but worship that you feel like you're at the concert."
Yeah.
And he goes, "And I just want you to do it." And I was like, okay. So I just started doing it. And that's probably one of my favorite things I do until recently. Because recently there's such a movement in the youth and the young adults right now. There is just, Forrest Frank has changed all of our lives. I don't care if you like him or you don't like him. His testimony and God just healing him after 2 weeks with a broken back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crossing over both ways. I mean, Jelly Roll. Who would have ever thought we'd been singing Hallelujah? You know what I'm saying? But and so there's a movement right now.
Big time.
Of the younger people.
And the streets are loving it.
I mean, I love it. So,
Yeah.
And it's so funny because I was talking about how he had, broke his back and God healed him, and then another artist broke his leg, and they're writing a song, and then it was so funny. Matthew West puts up that he got stung by a bee. And,
Oh boy.
and that was his big thing. And I was laughing because I thought, well, if I got stung by a bee, that'd be serious. I'm highly allergic. So I could have used that. But him singing his Pinky was not. But it was just cute how all the artists are realizing God is with us, and he can use anything. He can use you getting hurt. He can use lemon to make lemonade. He can do all kinds of things. And so now I just got on YouTube a couple weeks ago. Finally, we were on it when my mom died 13 years ago. I don't even know how we got on it. And then I complained for the last 3 years that I wanted to be part of it, and like nobody was listening to me. And I was like, then one day I messed up the station, kind of sort of on purpose, but not really. And so Shane had to fix me again. And then Shane goes, well, I'll just go ahead and hook the YouTube up also, because, he knew that was, and I didn't even know we had it for like a month. And then he goes, I said something to him. He goes, you've had it for a month. And I go, oh. So it's funny because now I'm meeting people that will go, and the people I'm meeting are the younger generation that don't have a radio. Isn't that funny? If they don't, and their cell phone might have parental rights and stuff on it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're turning to YouTube also. And I'm like, oh, look at what God did. He waited till that moment.
Yeah.
So God is so good. And now I'm trying to figure out Fridays and Saturday nights for the youth. I've got some music playing. It's not where I want it, but if I didn't start, I couldn't continue.
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
and I think that's my motto for everybody. If you don't try.
Yeah.
I mean, did y'all ever think you were going to be on a radio station around the world?
Nothing great ever gets done without somebody doing it.
Right.
You just got to go forward. Yeah.
I tell everybody, if you don't show up,
we would have never dreamt this, because in the flesh, I would think, I don't know if I can do this.
Right.
But in the spirit, I know that I can do all things through Christ. It's just step after step. It's learning. I'm going to do it. God's calling me to do it, so I can do it. And then you just do it, and it's like, it turns out, oh my goodness, like all this computer work I can do, these guys are
you got
the ones. These guys are the helpers. These guys are the ones. They're quiet over here, but they are such helpers. They're picking out the music. Like, I wouldn't even play in Hollywood on the weekends. I'd let them play because they got the dancey vibe for the younger generation.
The dancey thing is a big thing right now.
They make the whole city bounce.
They want a whole dance. I mean,
we got people pulling up to where we're playing, dancing, vibing. Couple people crying.
The building was dancing.
They couldn't stop.
I mean, it's a move. I really believe it's a movement right now, and we can either jump on it.
Well, he's risen. Jesus is risen, like it or not.
We're going to sit over there and go, how do we miss that?
You can't miss it. He is risen. His word is above everybody else's word. And I'm not being rude, but everybody else can just babble on, because the word is lower, and all the other music is lower than the word of God. And he's taken over. He's taken over music. Satan had his time with the old sour wine, and the time's up. Even the old wine, there comes an end where we're coming into the new wine that God's pouring out, and it's better.
Well, tell everybody how they find you, because I've got more people coming, so tell everybody how they find you.
It is at raptureradio.net. That is RAPSURE radio.net. And it's our website. You can go to the top right-hand side, hit the little icon. It'll pull up Listen Live. You can listen live. We're on there. And also, like you blessed us with the opportunity, we want to bless everybody else with the opportunity to come on air live around the world. If Jesus has something that he wants to say through you to the rest of the world, you're welcome to, I'll put my card up there, you're welcome to go ahead and text me a voice recording of something Jesus wants you to say to the world with raptureradio.net tied to it.
See, and that's what we're doing right now. So if you're listening and you're going, how can I be part of these memories, but I can't come in Volusia County? 386-316-8054. You can text me your video, and we're actually sharing video and audio. So thank you so much, guys, for coming in. God bless you.
Thank you.